results, you gotta favor Maryland here because you have to. It's easy to say like, well, they both improved. Maybe Rensselaer can do it, but what you know is Maryland won last time, and you can't expect anything different until we see how that plays out.
Let's see if Rensselaer.
I was just gonna say I feel the same way as the Chiefs heading into this first game. You know, it's Maryland's game to lose until we really see the improvement from Rensselaer that they talk about. So we are underway, and let's see what both teams got. Oh, and it's a demo to open it up for free.
Sweet own goal. Oh, that's on the money. It's like Preet just fires with this one towards the net, and yes, it's the demo. Corky, I mean, he's trying to get out of the way, but whoops.
And in the opening stages of game number 1, we see Maryland Gold already starting to seize upon some of that improvement that they were talking about in their interview. To get that shot right as the demo comes out, Maryland Gold, they're already playing with coordination.
Relax. I went getting away from him there, and you'll expect this Maryland team to go for that physical play. We saw that from them in the fall season. They love getting physical on the pitch and going for those demos in the backside. Preet making silly work of one attacker.
Well, Furain had the net wide open. Preet actually handed it to him, and Furain just not sure if he had the boost in the tank to get all the way behind the ball. Creo with a pass to the top of the box. Corky up to Furain. It's a free ball. Teddy Zio so late, and it's punched off the back wall. 2 missed opportunities, followed through by Relax, denied by Creo, and the Engineers turned aside.
You really feel like that one may bite them later on if they can't find a tying goal and they give up an insurance to the Maryland Gold. And that one, a huge whiff. Preet tries to put it up top. That's a toughie off the crossbar. Teddy Zio couldn't find the read and finally met by Relax on the challenge. And a lot of times with these teams, we see those first game nerves come out where uncharacteristic mistakes that they wouldn't typically make. Being on stream, your first on-stream game in quite a while, it can get to you.
Quite a while is right. However, the Terps kind of struggling to break out of their own half at the moment. Not a lot of boost to work with here, just Relax in command, but he's given a little bit of space, and Preet, again, who is always such a quality challenge player for Maryland last season, and Rensselaer trying to figure out how to break out of their own half as Creo gets the touch from Corky. Preet follow through, and he's going to need a little help, but they give the ball away.
Yeah, Teddy Zio, he wanted to come in on that, but he pulled off. As soon as he realized he didn't have the best read on that challenge, he goes for that challenge. Likely it's an open net for the Engineers to tie the game up, and so the only option he really had was to try to go back, read the next touch. Luckily for him, he was able to be in position. And the Maryland Terps still trying to find that second goal. Besides that one gaff achieves, Halorn, really it's been pretty solid so far for Maryland. That tried to go near side post and almost caught Relax out of, or not Relax, excuse me, Corky on the backside. Still, Maryland can't find the goal.
And Teddy Zio would like a second chance at that. He had the back post and just couldn't get the angle on the car. Corky with a big miss. Relax, however, all the grass in the world in front of him, but Teddy Zio closing the gap. He's gonna have to make a second effort touch here. And currently, Rensselaer needing something. Preet to the back post, Creo to finish, and the lead becomes 2 for the Terrapin.
This whole play starts in midfield with Teddy Zio cutting off the quick pass by the Rensselaer Engineers. He got in their face, won the challenge real cleanly, which allowed all that sequence of events to occur.
It started with the ball being missed too. It's like, yeah, Relax is there to clear it out of center. And Teddy's like, okay, if I know if I can get the beat on this ball, that's going to be going in the back of the net.
And Derby, those 2 chances you were talking about for Furain, indeed, coming back to haunt them as time has really ticked down quickly on them as the Engineers have struggled to break out of their own half. But here's another chance, top of the box for Relax down the middle and Preet to the corner.
And it really affects you mentally when you're in a tournament setting like this, knowing that this could be your last series and you miss a net you should have had. It absolutely affects how you approach the ball the next time around. And for the Engineers, who are really trying to prove not only to everybody watching them right now, but also to themselves that all their work they put in during the offseason will definitely pay off. When all the shots that you have, you can't make it, it really puts a number on you.
Well, they talked about it in that pregame interview a little bit, in the fact that single elimination and the ability to convert in those high-pressure scenarios. And while this may only be game 1, this for a lot of people really could be the most high-stress scenario, is the first game back in the saddle. And there's a lot of expectation for you guys to show that development. And currently, game 1 definitely not gone the Engineers' way. Chance for Creo down the gut, and Corky kicks it out.
They still have some chance. They still have some time. They have to move down the field about now-ish. You'd like to get a goal with about 20 to
Ooh.
30 seconds on the clock to really get 2 or 3 more good
Alright, he needs
chances.
help.
And they're going to start here high off the backboard. And here, Furain, that one just off the backboard and played by Creo. Down to the opposite side of the pitch, which just kills so much time as the Engineers try to find out how to get past the blue half.
Preet with a really aggressive challenge, though. Did open the door a little bit, and they're still trying to press here with 20 left. They need to win this challenge. There's one. It's going to have to come on the back of Relax. Back to Furain. Corky's in the top of the box. There's the pass, and it will go in. Posted in. The Engineers get one back, and they've got 11 seconds to spare.
I was scared a moment here for Corky. Thought it was going to bounce off the post and out, which would have been the backbreaker for Rensselaer, but they get a goal with 11 seconds left, which if you win on the kickoff here, it gives you 1, maybe 2 solid opportunities if you can stay in the blue half.
We've seen Rensselaer, they're able to attack the ball. They got 11 seconds to do it. Creo,
the fake
sneaks
kickoff.
one past. Oof.
The fake kickoff. Relax.
Do
Looking,
it.
it's a double kill. Furain has it. It's got to be her. Relax. Going to chase the ball down. Killed, knocked away downfield. Game not over till it hits the ground. And UMD pick up the first game, but Rensselaer really
It was such a good idea.
tried to force that OT.
They had the fake kickoff and everything. They got the ball exactly the way they wanted, but the double commit in the midfield line, unfortunately, the Terrapins stole it away, and they will indeed secure game number 1. But it was a nice, thrilling conclusion. I enjoyed that.
I feel like there's such an asterisk to this game, though, because RPI, if I'm in their position, I'm smiling because they were able to find opportunities. They were able to make opportunities. They just need to up their accuracy a little bit of a different angle on some of those touches. This is easily 3-2 their way. So as long as they keep that momentum going, they got a little cheeky there at the fake, the fake play at the end. But if they keep that momentum going, if they keep challenging the ball, I think they could pull ahead in this series.
Going for that fake kickoff, I think, shows the restoration of confidence
Yeah.
at the end. Scoring that goal does wonders just to reset your mindset game 2.
And they said they were looking for the sophisticated plays. RPI showing that they're capable of doing that. Let's see if they can pick it up going into game 2.
And the one thing you really want to see here from the Engineers is indeed more offensive pressure, because it really took them a solid, 3.5, maybe even 4 minutes to really break out and get something started back. And here's a good chance back the other way as Teddy Zio's trying to back pass. And the Terps will indeed hold on to this ball just enough, and Preet making them dance.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of small touches in the corner that can be tough to read for an attacker just trying to force it over towards the box. Well done by Preet on the play. A quick pass over to Relax. It's just off the backboard. Still not over, but both members of Rensselaer playing back at least past midfield. The Terps, well, they aren't going to head away just yet. Creo forced back. That's going to be a shot, and he hits it wide off the post.
Placement critical. Went for the back post where he definitely had the defender beat, just missed the mark. And that has been Rensselaer's calling card so far in games 1 and 2. Why'd they not win? The accuracy not quite there.
And Corky on that challenge couldn't get under that one, and that was something that Rensselaer really couldn't do against Maryland in the first game. Chiefs, you were hinting at it, but wait a minute. Engineers almost, but Creo there against the back wall, able to block one away. Coming in as Preet to block another away, but nobody immediately from Maryland picked this up. It allows a challenge to come in, but Maryland do get away with it.
Yeah, it definitely did take them a few extra seconds to keep going. Lovely ball up to Relax on the side wall. Teddy Zio in command. No boost to continue the attack, though. He's just going to have to battle for possession. A miss from the Engineers, and Corky quickly going to wheel around and push that back to the Maryland corner.
And Creo looking, well, Preet was looking for Creo on that play. Teddy Zio just going to boom it away, buying Maryland some time to reset. Teddy Zio was upfield a little bit, but Preet wasn't looking for him. And Maryland, they're going to need to play that possession game.
But here's the pressure. They've got the pressure. They're leading in pressure and offensive possession here in game number 2. It's just, can they find that one in between the goalposts? Before that happens, that one's over the head of Teddy Zio. It's a slow lofting shot, and it is indeed enough to get to the back post. Furain wasn't sure if he was going to get credit for this one, but the miss from Creo pays off.
It just felt like this was inevitable. RPI have just been keeping the pressure on consistently, pretty much since the ball hit the ground at the beginning of game number 2. Maryland Gold just seems like their offense has yet to establish itself in this game.
And up high, double commit by the Terps, and it's 3-on-1. Relax, puts it right into Preet. Creo there to knock it away. A scary situation for the Terps, but here they come on the turnaround. Creo there on the challenge, straight up down for Preet. Preet shoots it in, and it's a tie game for the Terps.
It was a nice job there. They got that one clear out of their own half over the head of everybody as Rensselaer tried to go and get that boost in the midfield to make this transition a lot more difficult. However, it allowed the boomer from Creo off the back wall, and a solid follow-up from Preet ties everything up.
I was looking for offense out of Maryland Gold. They're like, it's right here. Ties the game up about halfway through. Rensselaer, can they keep their confidence going?
And on the other side, Corky. Oh, almost finding the pass in midfield. It was a quick one. Rensselaer picking it up again. Furain tried to play it slow. Tough to do with how fast he was running towards the pitch there, but the Chiefs, like you said, good idea. Oh, and the bump on the backside, but Corky able to come in on the rotation and try to clear it away. That's a touch right out over to Maryland, just off above the crossbar. Furain hits this one up high. Preet, though, no challenge from Rensselaer. That's one they need to get in the face of.
Yeah, but Preet also kind of handed it right back to him. A touch straight to the side where that they definitely hang on to the ball would have really benefited Maryland far more. But like you said, this is definitely a problem, and Creo is going to bail everybody out because that was not pretty for Maryland. Corky with a little chance, tip to relax, and Creo hangs on. Furain to follow through into the right-hand side. There's the Engineers. The lead's back for them.
I got to say, this is a heads-up play by, believe it was Relax. Yeah, Relax recognizing that Corky, he's not going to get any power on this ball, no matter what. He's going backwards towards it. So, okay, I'm going to play whatever pop you get on this ball. He plays it perfectly. Furain, it's cleanup, baby. That's all you got to do. Rensselaer able to take the lead.
You can tell Maryland Gold, like, they just got some of their wires crossed on how exactly they wanted to clear the ball. When two players are just stationary, watching where the ball's going to go,
what are they going to do?
You're going to set yourself up for opportunities for the opponent to capitalize and score.
And so the Terps, who have really struggled here in game number 2 to get any kind of consistent possession. That demo may open things up for Teddy Zio. He's past the entire defense, and it's blocked!
Where's 3? Why is nobody there to finish that job? Somebody must have got demoed in the midfield, but that clear did not have near enough power on it to really threaten anything for Rensselaer. And Maryland really feel like they might have dropped the ball on that one there.
Creo straight up outplayed the defense on that play in the corner. Really prevented that ball from ever being able to be cleared. I'm thinking he's going to go for the hit. Those fakes can be just so twisting to try to get a read on in that corner, and he just played it well earlier, and it allows this drive to just keep going on and on. But the Terps, they're still down by 1, trying to force it through. Nobody in position for this. Creo does get back in time around the corner. Now, looking for towards the box.
Great
that
pass.
is a pass over to Zio, and it's knocked out to the side. 20 seconds left for the Maryland Gold. Preet way away from Creo. They're going to have to work their way back in, and it's knocked out to the side by Relax. Relax booms it downfield. This may be it for Maryland in game number 2. They have to keep it in the air if they have a chance here. Teddy Zio booms it downfield. Creo there can't find the touch against Corky. Still the ball's in play, and RPI take game number 2.
Preet was aiming for that lip. If he got it right where he wanted it, it was going to kick right back into the middle of the box. Unfortunately, just a little too hard on it, but the real thing for UMD Gold right there at the end of that game was that touch from Preet that went over Creo's head at the midfield line. If they keep it together right there, maybe they keep the pressure up and they break down RPI, but it just cost too much time with that one little misplay, that miscommunication. I think it was Creo thinking Preet was going to let that go because he wasn't going to get a good touch on it.
We have another toss-up of a series here with RPI managing to even things up. I said in game 1, like, there's very much an asterisk there. If RPI continues to play the game that they showed, especially towards the back end, not at all surprised to see them even this series up. One thing I'm noticing from both teams is that there are a lot of like high clears that aren't getting out of their own third on defense, and I want to see a closer. I want someone, like you pointed out, it's like, oh, where's the third there? Where's the person to clean that up? The team that designates someone to do that more often, they're going to score goals.
Positioning everything, for sure. But Rensselaer, try and rinse, repeat. Never mind. Maryland start things off to kick off game 3. 8 seconds in, it's into the left side.
Yeah, it starts with a double commit. They both went for this ball, and then trying to play it a little too far up was Corky. Corky leaves the line on that play, and while sometimes it is a good idea to try to challenge the ball at the point of origin, in that kind of position, Corky was beat to the ball completely. He has to play reactive to the touch. He didn't. He got beat, and Maryland scored.
One thing I would point out here in Rensselaer's interview, they're like, anytime we've gone down 1 at the beginning of the game,
we've lost.
We haven't won yet. So right now, the pressure's on to see if they were able to improve on that front.
Well, if they score a quick equalizer, maybe they shut all that up. This is not the best clear in the world from Preet. Furain steals it away in the midfield. He's got Relax behind him, but he tries to do it himself. And Creo to clear into the corner. Corky to keep the pressure going. The Engineers trying to threaten.
I did like the idea there by Furain to try to carry it, because you expect another car to come in to try to smack that in. You don't expect Furain to actually pick up the ball, catch it in midair. Couldn't capitalize, but they're firing, and oh, it's a double commit. Gives Furain some time. He's actually going to get a clean look at the ball in the corner. A second touch to slow it down in front of the box, and Preet able to boom it away.
Furain got that flip reset right there. Ooh.
It's looking good.
It would have been spicy.
It's looking good for Rensselaer. Another double commit. Maryland are feeling the pressure right now. Communication needs to shore up on defense, or the equalizer will occur here. That challenge, Furain wins the lion's share of it. And they've won about every boost as well. And that touch is going to kill everything here for the Engineers.
Kill everything is absolutely right. It's the breath that Maryland needed just to get out of their own half. 1-2 back the other way. Preet with a solid read right on top of it. And finally a chance for the Terps to go on offense. They ended game number 2 quite well with a lot of great pressure, but just not able to find the back of the net. And this is really their first chance in game 3 to get that going.
And a good clear out. Oh, and the pass again. Relax has been consistently down there in the midfield, and he's the type of player that will absolutely beat you right there, but blocked again. That ball touch is blocked again. Teddy Zio stands tall in the net, keeps the lead clean.
Wow. Creo as well, making a big stop. Preet with the muscles. Teddy Zio can't kick it into the near post, and now it's Rensselaer holding firm on the line and trying to go back the other way. Preet will just punch Relax off that ball in the corner. And the Terps just trying to figure out what they want to do with it. Solid challenge from Creo, lofted towards the net, and Preet, not the best clear in the world. Relax to keep the pressure going, bounce around, and Relax needs to get a handle on this ball. He'll punch everybody off. And in front of the net, cleared away. Maryland Gold escape.
Something that the Terps have consistently been trying to do in this series that has worked really to their benefit. Oh, Relax comes straight down. It's off the path on the ceiling from Furain, and we have a tie game.
So it really is the quality touch here from Furain that absolutely destroys Maryland Gold. Like, what are you going to do? You have to already be on the back wall if you want to stop that one, or in position exactly where it's coming straight down so you can just jump immediately, and nobody was there for that. Beautiful ball.
You got to be impressed with the never say die attitude out of Rensselaer to be able to stop that ball. That ball was 2 pixels away from going and making 2-0 to rally back and even up the score. We got ourselves a series.
Oh, and another double commit by the Terps. Teddy Zio is there to clear it out to the corner. Maryland still so panicky on defense, and you can understand why with just the amount of sheer pressure that have been put on them. I mean, how many saves have they had to make in this game number 3 so far? And still, Engineers are pressing forward, pushing as far as they can into the blue half. Relax, just tease this up. Corky picking up every dime he can. Tease this one up for Furain. Furain carrying it now to the backboard. He's over one defender straight down, but Preet has the read. It's another double commit, and Relax had the net, couldn't find the target.
Was a tough angle, but Corky may be trying to stretch things a little thin. Thankfully, will be rewarded for the pressure with the stealing of the Maryland corner boost, but Rensselaer finally backed out of that Terps corner for a moment here, and they're trying to figure out who's going to do what. Teddy Zio, not the cleanest touch. Again, a dribble's probably a much better option, but it went out to no man's land, and once more the Engineers on the press.
They just need to fix these communication issues. Somebody has to stay back on some of these shots. That one knocked down by Preet and then followed up quickly. Still picking it up is Creo around to the corner. They're dangerous. Furain, excuse me, is over everybody. Quick goal, they got the lead with 52 seconds left.
He knew he missed a few things in the first game. He was not about to repeat that here. Quality shot right to the middle. Everyone from the Terps tied up on the back wall, on the line, looking the wrong way, and Furain picks the right spot.
Time and time again, we've seen these attempts at clears not getting past their own defensive third, and it's spooky every time. RPI able to capitalize, surge ahead in the last minute of game number 3. If they hang on, they're going up in this series.
40 seconds left. Preet just missing the touch. And it's played in by Teddy Zio and thrown to the other side of the pitch. Preet Booms it over to Teddy Zio.
Go get
Up
it.
high for Preet. Preet's there. That shot is in. It's
Oh,
off the post. It bounces
no.
off the other post. No goal for the Terps.
And you could see Preet the entire way was going for it. They got the block on the line, and Corky diving across the goal mouth, kicks it aside. Preet once more towards the orange net, and Corky takes a big piece out of him and just kills everything for the Terps here. At the end of game number 3, they're trying to keep it going one more time. Out in front of the box, Corky goes under the last man, and RPI, like you said, they'll go ahead in the series, Lauren.
You gotta feel for Maryland Gold right there
Ugh.
in the last waning seconds of game number 3. It makes me think of the interview, and they were like, you know, we felt like we could have gone further in the fall season. We want that redemption arc. We want to be able to show the sign of improvement. And then you have the goal. Preet there with the excellent play, bounces off both posts. Oof.
Feels so bad.
The only way it could have been any worse is if it bounced off the post crossbar, then the post and out. The only way.
Play some real pinball.
Well, see, what I'm trying to tell Maryland is that, look, it can't get much worse than that.
I
You
mean,
tried everything.
Yeah, and, you know, it's unfortunate, but I got to give credit to the Engineers' offense. There
The
was so
offense.
much pressure. They forced 7 saves out of Maryland, and that doesn't – I didn't get a solid look at all their shots, but it was well over 10, and they need to clean that up. They need to be able to find solid clears. They cannot allow that amount of pressure and that amount of boost starvation that happened several times in that game.
the competitor never wants to be in a situation where it's like, if I lose this game, I'm out. But for Maryland Gold, I actually really like this position for them because they harped on the idea of, like, you know, we lost that series in the fall. We want to be able to show that improvement. If they want to make a deep run in the bracket here, they need a dominant performance here. They take this series, and then all those doubts go out the window. Can they do it? Game number 4, we're about to find out.
And Creo almost had an angle onto the ball. He didn't have any boost. Would have been a nice transition opener for Maryland. They do find themselves in the orange half here in the first 30 seconds. That ball getting away from Relax. Relax finds his way back to it. Is Preet. He was just way off on the ball on that one. Forced Creo to have to try to make a challenge.
Well, but he is doing what I just wanted. There were a couple of situations last game where Maryland really would have benefited from trying to force a dribble. Preet just did exactly that in the corner. While he may not have won, they didn't put themselves in a bad spot. Nice demo in the midfield, and Preet trying to buy more time. Tipped for Teddy Zio, not the cleanest takeoff. Needs help off the back wall, and Creo a little too slow, relaxed to the midfield.
And boomed out to the side again. Trying to find it. Oh, Purina, huge fake. No better way to say it, boys.
Bye-bye.
1-0 for Rensselaer.
Bye-bye.
Look at this right here, just whoop!
And he had him beat too.
Yeah.
He had Furane beat too, and he missed the ball, and Furane says, hey, man, that's on you, buddy.
You actually hate to see it. The moment you see
I don't know, that was pretty sick.
the moment you see that blue car scream off the right side of the screen, just like 1-0.
Yep, 1-0. Moving on. But Furane's definitely picked up the shooting accuracy as well. Pass across, denied by Creo, but
It's a double commit though, and they keep it in play. I just took over right there. She
it doesn't matter.
trying to make that point. I thought something was going to develop out of it, but
I don't blame you. It looked good.
The Engineers with Furane off the ceiling, and Furane absolutely has picked up the shooting accuracy. And
Yes.
generally, it's just improved in the last few months that we've seen. When we saw this Rensselaer team last time, you know, it's the same thing we say for a lot of CRL teams. Some ups, some downs, and really you had a middle of the road performance in the fall, but they definitely look like a more cohesive unit, like Relax was saying in the pre-game interview.
And Corky there, maybe a little risky, but trusted his teammate to come out from behind and go challenge that ball. But that was kind of what we were wanting to focus on at the start of the game, was how did Creo and Corky both feel on both of these teams, since both of them were like, hey, they've picked it up, they've really improved over the off season, and so far the big difference I see is Corky's really been able to get a lot more involved in the offense. Obviously you can credit that to Furane and Relax putting on some solid pressure, but in general, that aggressiveness has paid off well, but this time it's the other way around. Creo wins a 1-2 out of the corner, and it is all tied up.
Yeah, Furane tried to get back to that ball, but he was just getting harassed from behind, and Creo comes in, makes a solid touch. It wasn't an easy touch that he had to make in traffic, and got it on target. Well played by the Terps.
Sometimes you just got to pop off for your team, and it's like, all right, let's go. All right, we're going to tie it up. I make the play. I wrap it around the pitch. I challenge the net. Get the goal. Let's keep this momentum going. And they force out game number 5.
A big whiff allows Furane to move in for
Double
this.
it as well.
Another one for the Terps. It just continues for this team. A pass downfield.
Nice
blocked that time by Creo.
Beautiful read from Creo. Well aware of where the passing lane was. Went and shut it down immediately. However, that clear from Preet doing them no favors. Relax steals away the follow through. And one more into the top of the box and tipped aside. Teddy Zio find a little bit of a gap to work with.
Terps are still hoppy on defense. They really need to find a way in right now. Creo ran out of boost, got a shot on target. It's saved there by Furain. Rensselaer are able to move back down the pitch.
Well, they're trying to set up a tent in the midfield line, but Relax is facing the wrong way, and Creo would have liked to see a more powerful touch, maybe off the back wall, really increase the pressure on the Terps right there, but either way, or on Rensselaer, excuse me. And Rensselaer to Furain.
And everybody on the Terps were forced back to their own end because everybody was out of boost. Now, this is a chance for the Engineers to really start to stack the pressure. Relax has that shot. It is blocked out to the corner. And now they press the assault. Creo trying to keep close to it the whole way. Picked up by Furain. Preet has it on the backside, but there's a demo. Pass back over to Relax to keep the play alive here for the Engineers. Not the best touch from Creo. Teddy Zio has to get it out, and a good touch from him to bail out the Terps. And he's by one defender. Can he get by another? It's open season for Creo. The shot's in, and Maryland take the lead.
And they just have enough to get the job done. Furain was so close in that midfield challenge. Corky coming through on the replay, but Relax thinking he has time to go grab the boost in the corner. Instead of sitting on the line, leaves the net, and it will cost him.
You got to give it up to Teddy to bounce back in a way he did. The first goal of this game, it's like, oh, all right, guys, I just missed the ball. To be able to make that opportunity to dribble past the defender, to bounce it off the back wall and say, slam this one home, boys. Teddy Zio showing up for the team.
And if you're the Engineers, you want to close this out right now. You want to first find this tying goal. You got some time to do it. And going to Game 5 is not something you want when you're at series advantage right now. That shot blocked for now. Creo keeping that out to the corner. Creo couldn't find the second touch there. Coming down is Relax, looking for Furain. He's got him. Furain back to this ball. Can he get there? Well, Preet and Creo working to try to clear this ball away. And Furain and Corky bump into each other on the play. Corky able to make a challenge, but still here come the Terps. They get another goal here. It will be
Teddy?
the end of Game 4. Creo still there, and pressure out to Teddy Zio. No goal here for the Terps just yet, but the demo keeps things alive. And one more chance for the Engineers.
One more chance is right. Corky just punched him off the ball, and Furain gets one last chance. It's a beautiful roll as well. Preet misses the read. He's going to need some help, unless he wants a ground pitch to Relax, and kicked off the wall. Creo somehow got there, and Maryland, hang on. You thought maybe some wizardry was going to happen there at 0 seconds. It all was coming together. And then they threw a wrench right
off the ceiling. No one was coming up right away, and it's about to happen. It's about to happen, isn't it? And then it was blocked.
A slightly different chop on the ball there from Relax. That ball's going in, and we're looking at overtime. Very impressed with the ability to force out game number 5. One of the things I noticed for RPI, though, their offense just never really showed up and materialized over the course of game number 4. The goal that they scored was an absolute gimme, just a missed ball in a wide open net. Solid way to start a game off. You hold on to your lead, sure, but a lot of the antics that we saw of them over the earlier course of the series, where it's just like, we're just going to take shots, we're going to keep the pressure on, it wasn't there. Jorby, do you think it was because their offense is starting to slow down, or is it because they're dealing with more challenges on the other side of the ball?
And the Terps had a lot of good plays down the field. I think that they were still I think the Terps were still losing the resource battle for the most part, but the Engineers weren't getting actual shots on net like they did in game number 3. Instead, it was, they were playing the corners really well that Maryland was, and preventing shots from ever occurring.
Yeah, they also made that slight change. I wanted to see if you've got space, use it. Preet was doing a lot of that in game 4, forcing some more challenges, and it kept things a little more in line for the Terps.
Comes down to this game 5, winner go home. Maryland Gold taking on the Engineers over at Rensselaer. Let's see who comes out on top.
Preet carrying this off the ceiling, has a second touch on it. Teddy Zio, that is just wide.
That was always going to be tough. That's a very tight angle to find yourself putting that ball into the back of the net, but he tried, and Relax. And both him and Furain have really set up some quality goal-scoring opportunities for their teammates. Corky's been putting in a few. Creo as well over on the Maryland side. So you definitely do see that marked offensive improvement from both of the teams when they get it going.
Played out to the corner again. Teddy Zio is there. Relax. Able to kick this down to the corner. Actually gets all of the ball there as he sends it across the blue half, and Creo booms it downfield. Teddy Zio can't find the touch. He gets that, and RPI are in danger.
Danger is right. Relax was so far forward. Furain blasts one off the back wall. Definitely one of the top of the net, and Preet takes it away from Creo, and this is, again, one of those dangerous situations for Maryland where they just don't get the best clear that they have available to them. If Preet gets a little more towards the center of that ball, that is cleared all the way to the other end of the pitch. And you can understand not wanting to try and take that on a dribble, because that'll take too much time. It's just that one touch, when they have a chance to break that pressure, it's not always there. And that's why Rensselaer has been on offense so much for this series.
Good challenge by Teddy Zio. Preet able to win big time here for Maryland. It is, for our second game, or our second series of today, our second game number 5. Looks like me calling the Eastern Conference competitive holds up a little bit. And off the ceiling, looking for the touch. Relax does find it against the backboard. And hit up high and wide over to Furain. Does find a touch onto the ball. A lot of nothing, and it's going to turn into something.
Nobody's
here off that
jumping.
Touch from Preet, and that shot's just off the crossbar. Furain misses the touch. Relax now, just trying to carry this to buy some time for his team. He does, and he gets back to the ball. Teddy Zio going to kick this out for the Terps.
Maryland just let Corky shoot that ball on net. Nobody jumped at it. Could be a resources, could be communication error, but either way, you can't allow that to happen again. You really dodged a bullet if you're the Terps right there.
Well, Furain went for that boost. Maybe had a chance to kick it back out, but Relax was there. Right now, Rensselaer, they put on solid offense before. They're looking to do so again in game number 5.
Limited boost as well right now for the Terps. They're working, trying to do a lot with a little, and Preet, a very welcome corner boost pickup.
Absolutely. Teddy Zio, that touchdown is not going to be
Creo's
favorable
like
for
nothing.
Creo. Creo was just jumping up with a prayer that that ball was going to be hit into him.
And he
now
kept
they
it
go
close.
now they go the other way. Creo is there. That touch is out to the side again, followed up quickly by Corky. He gets it out.
It was nice from Creo to push that ball all the way up. He's got Teddy Zio at the top of the box, but a little miscomm. Definitely saw the pass develop, but Teddy had a different idea, and unfortunately, a 1-2 gone awry. Corky steals it away in the midfield. Preet can't get it. This is a free ball for Rensselaer. Just pass it.
And he tries to get it down in time, tried to force his way through 2 defenders. Corky needed a quicker pass out to the box, could not get it, and the scoreline remains tied at 0.
And Preet, nice solid challenge there. He's got one in the midfield, doesn't get it all the way out. Teddy and Creo both go for it. Furain on the line, tipped away and Relax to clear to the midfield line. Transition opportunity for the Engineers.
Relax just off the back wall, picked up by Teddy Zio, and Maryland kill that assault real quick. Preet on the pass, moves back downfield.
Oh, he wanted the boost and it took him out of position just a little bit. Maryland maybe could have put the game away right there, but again, it would have been a tough shot from Preet. Corky with some room to work with. Finds a seam up the middle, and Preet to return fire.
Preet finding that touch down. Corky coming around the back. Here for Relax is the backup. Teddy Zio just up eye to the side. Corky missed that touch big time. And now the Engineers forced on the defense. That one hanging in front of the box. Shot never
my
comes.
goodness.
Sitting back is Teddy Zio, not wanting to overcommit, but that was a goal for Maryland if they got a blue car in front of it.
But Maryland are stealing away a lot of the corner boost here as the game winds its way towards overtime, and they are putting on some solid pressure here. Corky, monster clear towards the midfield line. Teddy Zio right there for it. And here come the Terps. Creo might have been able to put it there, but just missing it off the corner of his car. One more to the back wall, and we're looking at overtime, barring something insane. Teddy Zio can't find it.
Comes down to this. You win, you get the goal, you're moving forward, you drop one, you're going home. I thought we might have something of a shootout going into game number 5, but this has been a very cerebral, methodical game.
Teddy Zio overshoots the ball, misses the read completely. The Terps killed themselves early in overtime, and now trying to keep the play alive. Here's Creo, back over to Teddy Zio, can't do it. Furain cuts it off. Stunned, silent right now are the Maryland Terps.
Stunned, silent is right. You're gonna have to find a way to rally after that one. It was free on a plate. Couldn't even miss it if you tried any harder, and Furain just misses punching that one into the top left corner, but Rensselaer My goodness, there's a couple holes on the edges of the shirt.
And Furain off the corner looking for that read. He's got the touch. And Furain almost does it himself, but it's blocked by Preet off the back corner. Looking now is Corky. High. Again, Furain can't find the ball. Corky's on his way back. Teddy Zio, gone.
They even gave him the early air horn and everything, and just denied on the line. The Engineer's going to have to try a couple more times to find the back of the net. And no shortage of just how in the world did that happen in OT in Game 5 between two teams from CRL's Fall 18 season.
It's gotten good as we've seen so far from the Eastern Conference. Rensselaer in the blue half. Around the corners, Corky. Creo just trying to clear this away from Maryland, who are feeling the pressure, feeling the resource drain. The boost steals have been consistent, have been draining, and have just been a workout on the Maryland half as the Terps try to clear it away.
Whoa,
and the one
demo.
time they get it, Preet gets eliminated from the field. And now another double commit. Preet comes flying in, doesn't matter. And Creo, not a good touch. And it finished by Relax. Rensselaer take out Maryland. They move on in CRL Spring.
Gutting loss for the Terps. They win in fall. They have a chance to win in spring in about 10 seconds. And Rensselaer gets their vengeance at the end of overtime in Game 5.
You gotta feel for Maryland Gold. This is a team that's like, you know, we started to build momentum in the fall. We thought we could take the series, and ended up dropping it at the very end. Unfortunately, history repeats itself. Maryland Gold had that game won in overtime. The ball laid out there in front of the net, unable to close it out, gives RPI another shot at life, and Relax said, relax.
Relax.
I got this.
That was actually one of our favorite memes from CRL 18, was just screaming, relax. So it's like, so yeah, it's pretty good.
Another Game 5 finisher, Jorby. What are your thoughts on that one?
I was just going to say that I think Maryland lost that series way before that overtime. I go back to that double post hit.
Yes.
That didn't go into the net, an
Preet.
open net for Teddy Zio that he just completely whiffed on. There were so many opportunities for the Terps. They beat themselves in this matchup. They hit those shots. We never see Game 5.
There was so much on the table there. Let's take a look at the bracket. We have another Game 5 barn burner in overtime this time, as RPI is able to advance over Maryland Gold. They now await the winners of Wentworth taking on Worcester Poly. Going to be an interesting matchup there. RPI, they kind of got away with one, but they definitely played solidly. They earned their spot here. Now they have time to recharge, retool, and get ready for that next matchup.
Feels good to win the rematch when you lost the first one in fall. So well done, Rensselaer. But obviously, looking at Northeastern, Jorby, there's a second Pennsylvania team here now. So lucky you, but Northeastern are Season 1 CRL champions. We'll see if they can come back a little bit stronger than the end of fall last season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to mention. Is I'm really excited to see Northeastern this time around, because they really had a disappointing fall season. And
well, they went far in the playoffs, but just not enough.
That's why it was disappointing.
Sad.
You want your Season 1 champs to be able to fight for the title at the national championship, and they just could not make it. They couldn't put it together at the end. And so here's another chance, albeit in a tougher format, but you know, got to lay it all on the line right here.
Another shot to potentially make history there. Let's see if you guys are right out there in Twitch chat with the Twitch poll. 63% going over to UMD. I understand why.
Fair enough.
It went right down to the wire, but at the end of it, RPI with the upset. Congratulations to the Engineers. Let's we got another tweet coming in. Let's see if I can keep the streak going. Cap Frank 09. Got him.
They're giving you easy ones, man.
From statistics and opinion, which Eastern Conference team do you think looks the strongest? We'll start with you, Chiefs.
Statistics and opinion, I would probably say Northeastern right now, even without seeing them, because they had great stats. I would give it to Penn State if it was the same roster.
Yes.
It's not, so I got to go with Northeastern.
Yeah, without Penn State's fall roster, I cannot go with them. I would definitely pick Northeastern as far as statistically and opinion-wise, the best team in the East. Definitely Northeastern.
For me, I'm not in a position to answer, to be 100% honest.
Cop out.
I mean, Eastern, the most competitive region. It's just hard to tell, and especially in this format. If it was over a normal league, a normal season, it's like, okay, you know, maybe the statistics would mean more, but we've seen time time and time again, it's like the team that shows up and plays the best over the course of 5 or 7 games, they're going to move forward. Great question, though. I want to hear what else you guys have to say. Use hashtag CRL19. Let us know. Send your questions. Send your comments. Maybe I get a chance to butcher your name. But we're going to take another break.
In a while.
Don't go in. I've been on a roll.
You're on a roll, man.
I'm killing. We're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back before you know.